Hello everyone, it is Two Sheds Gabby and I am going to do a penny search today. I had some plans for this evening and they got canceled, and while I was out doing a little bit of banking today, I picked up a box of pennies. So it's the perfect opportunity for me to go through a box today. Earlier in the week than sometimes I do. I'll pick up another box on Thursday. But hopefully we'll get some good stuff in this one. Today we're going to have several things to talk about, but one of them is I'm going to talk about how to make money as a penny hoarder. a little bit of discussion on that. Few ideas, but anyway, I didn't get an ender like a wheat penny or a Canadian ender, but that's okay. Hopefully, I'll get 3 pounds of copper and 10 wheat pennies, and that to me is a successful box. Today, the copper I get from this box, provided it's over 2 pounds, then that will give me enough to fill my box right over there and seal it up. And that'll put me at, I think, 205 pounds toward my 260-pound goal. Getting closer and closer each week. But let's get started. Almost to the end of the second row, I get a Canadian copper penny. This is a 12-sided, 1987. This is the next row, the third row, and I come to about halfway through, and I come to a wheat penny. It's got a funny color, and it's scratched. Kind of interesting. Let's see what we got. Well, the front looks more normal. It's a 1946 Philadelphia. We got our first Wheatie. That's cool. So, copper. I've got a credit. Well, had a credit union account. The reason I got it mainly is because several of their branches had coin machines, and I hadn't used them very much lately. And then somewhere I saw an article that people were leaving there because they were getting rid of coin machines. So, oh, there's another wheat penny. It's 2 in this row. Oh, 1941 S looks like. Well, there's a little glitch. This is the next row. That was a 41S, by the way. I was trying to get a better look at the S. It's, I don't know, I may look at it through the Tom Love and get a little closer look at it. Looked a little weird to me, but it's probably not. Anyway, I went to one of the branches where I have the credit union, and I said, "Do y'all still have a coin machine here?" She goes, "No, we got rid of it." I'm like, "Oh." I said, "Well, what branches still have coin machines?" And they only had 2 branches left that had coin machines, and they were quite far from me, areas I seldom go to, and they said call before you go because they're always broke down. I'm like, you know what? I think I'm going to close my account. So I did, and I went to another credit union that's close to me. I'm not familiar with it at all. I've seen it, but I've never been in before. And they've got several branches around town. The branch I walked into does not have a coin machine, but they have 2 branches that in areas that I frequent that have coin machines. And so I wasn't able to join. I just moved it, like you all know, just in the last few months. And I have not gotten my license switched over yet with my new address. And so she said that you have to have your license has to match your current address. So I'll try to get that done this week and then go over there and join that credit union and I'm stacking up dimes. I haven't been taking all my dimes back to any place yet. I had $2,000 worth, and I probably still have $1,000 worth. Well, probably more than that. that I've got to be taken back. And so my wife and I actually rolled up $240 worth of them a couple nights ago, and I took them to one of my bank branches that requires them to be rolled. Oh yeah, and when I stopped in at a different branch and said, do you have any of the paper rolls for dimes that I could have a pretty good stack? She gave me a massive stack. I mean, a huge stack. So that was cool. How's that for a stack of dime roll papers? I couldn't believe it. Usually they give you like, that. She was wanting to get rid of some, I believe. I'm in the 9th roll, and here is my 3rd wheat penny of the box, 1952, Philadelphia. So once I get that account open, then I'll start taking more of my dimes back there. I called the bank today where I have gotten the 2 bags of dimes, and they do not have another one ready yet. So I haven't learned yet how often they get them. You know, I started this new goal of 30 silver dimes by the end of the year. One of you guys wrote to me and said, you think that's too high? You may very well be right. I'm telling you, because I just don't know what to expect yet at all. I don't know if I'll get bags very frequently. And, you know, I've gotten 4 silver out. Oh, that looks nice. 1960D. That looks pretty good. I guess I'll stick that one aside. Cool. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, I don't know what to expect. I'm hoping to hear from them this week. I got my name down for it. And I just took several hundred dimes back to the place where I frequently take pennies back to, so I won't be asking for their dimes, because I've been, this branch that I get the dimes from, 82, I take pennies back there, but I've never taken dimes, so I'll continue to take pennies, but I'll be buying the dimes from them as often as I can to see if I can reach this 30 silver dimes by the end of the year, which may not be possible. Can't wait till I get the next bag just to start seeing if there's any consistency with silver, I'm now in the 10th roll in this box, and here is Wheatie number 4, 1956. Pretty cool. Hope they keep coming like that. So I said that we were going to talk a little bit about how to make money as a copper penny hoarder. And, the whole concept of hoarding is putting away, stashing away. And so the first concept is you put it away and wait for the price to go up. Or you just put it away till you need it, or you put it away for, whatever. Maybe till you think you can melt it, or you put it away till you think society's going to crash and then it'll come in handy. So it is profitable to do that, because just like other commodities, metal commodities, silver and gold, the price goes up. And speaking of the price going up, last week copper pennies were valued at 2.88 cents each, and today it's 2.92 cents each. So it's creeping back up to that 3 cents each mark. Canadian copper penny number 2, another 12-sided. This one is 1983. So let's say you want to search pennies and you're mainly just interested in the wheat pennies. So way you can make a little extra money is every time you gather it. And now I just looked at the first listing on eBay. I haven't researched a lot of what's going. I've looked at it 100 times over the last few years, but they vary as the price goes up and down. Different people are selling, and it varies. So the very first one I looked at, without checking out a whole lot, was the person was selling 10 pounds for $39, and that was free shipping. So I figured it up. If you use a priority padded envelope, all weight, same price, padded envelope, then that's like $8.90, something like that, $9. If you use just a priority envelope that's not padded and tape it up real good, it's 20 or 30 cents cheaper. But anyway, and then, so that's $9 for shipping. Let me go open the next row. Okay, next row. All right, so you're wanting to make a little bit of money, and you take 10 pounds of copper pennies, and you sell them for $39. It's about $14.50 in pennies. It's $9 for shipping, and it's about $5 for eBay fees. And so for every 10 pounds you sell, you make about $11.50 profit. So, you're not getting rich, but you're saving all your wheat pennies. Also, if you're getting Canadian copper pennies, roll those up and sell them by the roll, because they're 98% copper, and they don't make pennies in Canada anymore, so they actually, 82, go for a little bit higher, and you make a few extra bucks doing that. So keep that in mind. But that's one way that you can be in the, or maybe you'll sell half of what you get, so that you're making a few bucks along the way. However you want to work that. But you can be making a little bit of money while you're doing it. Silver's down a little bit. Last week it had hit $32, a little bit over, and today it's around $31.50. So a lot of fluctuation going on. No big deal. 82. I am looking forward to when the penny hits the 3-cent mark again. I enjoy it being, let's weigh that one. I enjoy it being 3 cents or higher. I think it was earlier this year that copper hit its highest point ever, and probably next year it'll beat that again. Well, after this row right here, I will be halfway through the box already. And I'm still just at 4 wheat pennies, sadly. I was hoping to be at least at 5, so maybe in this roll we'll get one. 82. But here's another thing that I saw, and this is kind of interesting. A person on Facebook Marketplace searches through the coins, and he does not separate the wheat pennies from the memorial copper. He just, everything that he finds that's copper, he stores it away, and then he sells it $4 a pound on Marketplace. That's pretty cool. But he says you got the chance of finding, he just boxes it up, he weighs it out, scoops it out, weighs it, sends you $4 a pound, and you take your chances. He says that you could get wheat pennies, you could get, double dies. He doesn't search it at all. He just sells it. That's kind of neat. Pretty neat. You You can make $12 a box here in my area. My friend in West Virginia, he gets usually over 4 pounds a box, not to mention the wheat pennies and the Canadian pennies. So, sometimes you're pushing 5 pounds. That's pretty cool. I'm in the 5th row in the second half, and I've finally come to wheat penny number 5. This is a 52D. $82. So I've got an interesting story here. This is about half dollars. This ain't about pennies. But if you all watch my channel, you know that I get half dollars every week, and I have just been getting boxes and boxes and boxes of 2023s. The whole box, 2023s. It's, if you're searching for silver or proofs and things, you get tired of getting the 2023s. I'm not going to weigh that one. And so I literally had, 6 boxes of them in the room. I hadn't decided what to do with them or where to take them, or hadn't had a chance to take them places, whatever you want to say. But anyway, I was just thinking about different ideas. And as I am at banks and talking with people, and some people will stop and talk to me about, half dollars, and I hardly ever see them anymore, things like that. And I know that there's people that like to get them for their grandkids, for birthdays or graduations, or losing a tooth, or whatever. There's lots of reasons out there. Some people just like to collect them. Some people just like to hold on to them. And so I had this idea. I want to put them on Facebook Marketplace at cost. And I got notified this morning. I've already had that ad on Facebook Marketplace has already gotten, let's see if I can see where I wrote it down somewhere. Yeah, 3,200 views. I'll tell you more about it in a minute. Okay, this is the next row. So anyway, I've had tons of people writing to me, why are you doing this? I give them a brief explanation. And I've had quite a few people, several people come by here and get anywhere between 2 and 10 rolls. And I had one fella, several people say, can you meet me? I put down on the Facebook thing that you meet at my door. But people will go, can you meet over here? And they want me to drive 15, 20 miles to give them 2 rolls of half dollars. It's like, no, if you want them, you come here. So some people have, some people said it's too far, that's fine, I don't care. One guy asked if I could meet him, and he bought 2 boxes from me. And so I met him. I went a couple of miles because I have to take these to a bank anyway, so it's not that big a deal. And it wasn't very far out of my way at all. So I met him in the safe parking lot. And I'm getting rid of them. I've got several more people that say they're going to come. Of course, you get some people that say they'll come that don't, but I've told the few that I said, if you decide you want more, just as long as you see my ad, that means I've still got some. And so it's kind of neat. People are getting some coins that they like for whatever reason they want them. That's their business. And I am getting rid of them without putting them right back into circulation to turn right around and buy them again. And so to me, it's win-win. I think it's pretty cool. One couple bought a box from me, and they asked if I had different years, and I said, well, I don't right now. I said, but I might next Thursday. So I may contact them with whatever I have left over from my search, hoping that I don't get more of the 2023s. So if I search a bunch, then The rolls that I roll up that are just the clad coins, 82 again. I'll ask them if they're interested. I'll say that it's just a variety of years. So that'd be cool too. That last roll only had 2 copper pennies in it. Oh, and an 82, which might be copper. This is the 11th roll in the second half, and I finally find wheat penny number 6, 57D. It's been a while. So another way, as a coin hunter, copper hoarder, you can make money is by patience and taking your time and looking for the error coins. They're out there, but they're slow in finding sometimes. And some of them are only worth a few dollars, whereas some of them are worth more. But I read a story about a single mom who was really hurting for money, and somehow or another she came across the information that there's error pennies that are worth lots of money. And so she started, while she's home with the kids, she started searching pennies. And it wasn't very long, that's according to the article, that she found a penny worth thousands of dollars and really, really helped her out of her situation. And so that's another way, learn some of the pennies to look for that have errors and just start looking and be patient. You may find one. This is the 13th roll in the second half. And here's wheat penny number 7. We're starting to get respectable here. 1951 Philadelphia wheat penny. Number 7. Cool. I'll get one roll with 9 or 10 or 11 coppers, but then I'll get one that's got 3 or 4. So, it's that battle. The mice have been chewing at the bottom of this one. Hey, look at this. 9 rolls to go after this. Here is a 1929D. That's cool to find, and look at this. Right there. That's neat. And that was number 8? Yeah. Not too bad now. So, when I first moved back down here, I was a courier. And you're out and running around all day long, and sometimes you have to use the gentleman's room. It's like, where are you going to go? And I don't like going places without spending anything, because it's there for their customers. I'm not saying I never have, but a lot of times I don't like to. And now there is an exception to that. I'm a card-carrying member of Speedway gas station. And so since I'm a card-carrying member, I don't mind going there. But I do go there a lot and get gas or coffee or something. And I don't use the facilities, so they kind of owe me, right? I got a little bit more to this story in a minute. So something that I did relatively frequently while I was out doing my carrier job, and I repeated it today. I had several places running around the church that I'm a part of. They needed to get the fire extinguishers updated, so I took those and sat and waited while they got those redone. And then a few different trips to some different banks. And while I was at one bank, I was like, man, I gotta go to the men's room. And right next door was a Taco Bell. So I run in there and just, they've got a, what's it called? A cheesy bean burrito for, with tax, it's $1.90. And so for $1.90, I get those kind of like a sandwich, a couple of extra packs of sauce, a complimentary water, and I get to use a gentleman's room, all for the low price of $1.90. And so that's what I did. Works for me. Hopefully it works for them. I've gotten where I don't like eating fast food stuff, but sometimes you're just in a situation. 82. Does this one show up just how toned it is? Golly, that is really got some color to it. A little bit on the front, but the back is really toned. Wow. That's pretty neat. Well, folks, this is the last roll. Man, it seems like it went so fast. I'm still just at 8 wheat pennies. I did find a really nice 2009. That's a nice one there. I've only got the 2 Canadian coppers. Those are the newer copper ones. Wow. I think that's copper, but I better weigh it. Yeah. Well, I'd love to find a wheat penny in this roll, but I may be left with just 8 this box. I got a slew of 82s to weigh after this roll. That's a 2009. It's not the greatest by any means at all, but I guess I'll stick it over here. I had one earlier that wasn't very good at all, so I didn't keep that one. And I probably shouldn't have kept that one, but oh well. Last roll. Last call. As Jim Belushi would sing, last round for alcohol. John Belushi. Did I say Jim? John Belushi. And the Blues Brothers. That's it. No, there's one more. There's one more. That's it. Let me weigh the 82s and we'll see what we got. These were zinc. These were copper. Here we go. I think it's close if it's not there. Is that exactly what it was last time? 2 pounds, 13 and a half, whatever ounces. So it's close, but no enchilada. But I think it's enough there to get my box sealed up, a 15-pound one up there. So I'll pull that down and weigh with today's copper and see if I've got enough to seal that fella up. Okay, that one is sealed up, and I've started, got a little over a pound to start the next one. So that's 211 plus pounds I've got for this year. And we're getting closer and closer to my goal of 260. Pretty cool. I do appreciate you watching. If you have any comments, please do so. Ask questions. I'll answer them. And I hope you enjoyed it.